My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. Now, this is not live. I recorded that this morning. It's 10 o'clock my time. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning in the UK. So I've had a night to sleep on this news. I want to just talk about it a little bit more, because what you're going to see is my my raw reaction. I cut out like waffle bits that weren't talking about, but it's basically my raw reaction to the news that no one's happy about. Like, literally, I can't think anyone's happy. I think even Rusty Davies is not happy about it. I want to give you my conclusions now after having, slept on it, before you go into my rambling like, what the hell's happening? What? It's kind of like that. So I think a few things are indicative. That they announced that they're ending the Disney partnership without announcing a new streaming partner. To me, I think it means it's probable that there isn't one, obviously, but also there's no possibility of being one, right? So, for the time being. See, I think the sticking point, this is why I thought Rusty Davies was gone. And from what I understand, he is gone. He's not showrunner. He's, they said he's writing the story. I don't know, maybe he's writing it under contractual demand. Maybe he's writing it to tie up all the loose ends. I don't know. I don't know why he's writing, but it was not an announcement met with glee and joy from fandom. Let's just say that. But I think the sticking point was this. Was that they need a new streaming partner to give it the budget they want it to have. And I think Bad Wolf, I think maybe BBC, but certainly Bad Wolf, found Doctor Who without Rusty Davies to be a deal breaker for them, right? And I think Netflix and Amazon found Doctor Who with Rusty Davies to be a deal breaker for them, all right? Because he's had such an incredibly poor track record of late with his since he came back. I mean, just failure after failure after failure after failure. And so I took that to mean that they're going to face the financial reality that they can't make Doctor Who with a streaming partner without getting rid of Rusty Davies, and quite rightly too. He did a horrendous job in every way, shape, or form. I mean, like an epically horrendous job from start to finish, which still amazes me how bad he did. I'm going to praise a couple of things. I like the casting of Millie Gibson. Didn't like the firing Millie Gibson. I like the casting of what's her name? The second one. Who was hotter? Oh, man, Veronica Sether, right? Like, I don't know. Right? Both of those were very good, but everything else, pretty much every other creative idea is disastrous, terrible, right? And it's done very, very, very badly. It's done so badly. It looks up at the Jodie Whittaker years, which did very, very, very badly. So, so I assume that would mean that Rusty Davies has to go for them to continue, and like Netflix or Amazon would bring in, their own creative director, right? Showrunner. And so now we see that's not the case. So I have a few theories. My bottom line theory is this: that they, again, for Bad Wolf, it's a deal breaker not having Rusty Davies. So I think I think this one-off special is to tie up loose ends, maybe, right? But I think it's more of a shop floor demo of what new Doctor Who could be to shop to Netflix and Amazon and whoever, right? That's, I think, is probably the main goal of it, because again, it's going to cost them a lot of money to make this, right? I don't know what kind of pay standards are going to have. I imagine the budget's going to be significantly cheaper, but I really don't know. The BBC can afford to do a big budget special. I don't think they can afford to do a TV series, right? So there's that going. Also, it makes the brand seem like it's not on its arse, right? And look, I think that in recent weeks, people like innocuous statements from people like Rob Shearman saying it's deader than it's ever been has really hurt them and kicked them in the balls somewhat. All right, so it's kind of like keeps everybody in a holding pattern for 18 months without having to deal with anybody going, oh, no, Doctor Who, they fucked it beyond all recognition. All right, so there could be that too. I think it probably is that too. There's a lot of vanity that goes on in television production, which I think is kind of insane when you look at the sort of budgets they're talking about. So I think that, but I think basically this is a sample to try and shop to potential streaming partners, which means I would be surprised if we get an announcement of a series before this airs, right? I would imagine these series wouldn't be coming before 2028, right? And I think Bad Wolf's contract is up at 2029. Right? I think that it might take that long. Oh, we might get another Wilderness Years. Might be a 20-year hiatus. I have no idea, right? But if my theory is right that this is to show how great Doctor Who can be for your streaming service, it's got to get great numbers, which means, they got to... I think it's almost certainly it's going to be Billy Piper and David Tennant, which I'm like, oh, God, how boring. Like, Billy Piper's going to, run around the TARDIS and play with a few buttons. Which, by the way, explains why the TARDIS set is still up. I was like, why? Why is that set still up? I hate that TARDIS. It's my least favourite TARDIS. Right? Why the TARDIS? So, I think she's going to run around the TARDIS and flick a few switches and buttons. And then split into two, all right? It'll be David Tennant and Billy Piper. And they'll have, one adventure... And maybe, I doubt it's going to end with a new Doctor. Because again, unless there's a streaming partner in place, I don't know. I think all this is, I don't know. I'm not involved at all. But yeah, look, I mean, when you get a public, a press release, right, from corporations, then, especially like the BBC, they're normally lying in every way, shape, and form and telling the opposite. So this press release said, "Oh man, Doctor Who's future is bright and golden and assured." Not assured. What's the word? Assured. Right. No, it's the opposite. Right. It's the absolute opposite. Doctor Who's on its arse. Why is Russell writing it? I don't know. And again, the BBC may have demanded that he write something to clean everything up so they can hand over to another group, another production team. I don't know. Right? I don't know. I talk about this and what they should do in Doctor Who and just ignore everything and start over, essentially have the Doctor, right? Rather than the 15th Doctor, 20th Doctor, the Doctor, right? And just keep it self-contained for the time being. Right? Maybe, hop back a little bit, but keep. I talk about it in the video. Relax. And so I think if it's not David Tennant and Billy Piper, then it's got to be some massive, huge Hollywood star like Tom Cruise. Who else? Who's big now? I mean, I'm trying to think. Who's a movie star today? Not really. I mean, who would you go and see a movie because they're in it? I don't know, actually. Chris Hemsworth, maybe? I really don't know. But it's got to be something like that. Anyway, you're going to get my unvarnished, astounded reaction, which is what this is, from me right now. This is from a live stream I did last night. So, over to me from last night. I'm just grappling with reality, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just grappling with reality. You know what's getting me down with all that going on? Rusty Davies is only writing another fucking Doctor Who. Really, Russell, darling. I love you, baby. No, I don't. Russell, can I say on behalf of all fandom, and I do feel I'm speaking on behalf of all fandom, fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Go fuckity bye-bye. What are you back for? Motherfucker! I mean, you haven't been enough of a cunt? Really? Oh my God. Who's happy about this? I don't think he's happy about it. What the fuck? At least we thought it was over. Let's say you're in the midst of a gang rape, right? And it eventually ends and you're like, you don't want it to start up again? Oh, mate, really? Fuck me. Really, Russell? Really, you think this is bad? Well, look, I mean, listen, it's on brand, isn't it, for Rusty Davies' decision-making abilities, which, let's be fair, haven't been great, right? Have not been great. Ooh, Let's have Davros so he can walk. Oh, there's lovely. Oh, fuck you. Really? Oh, anyway, so I'm going to change essentially the format of the show tonight to get to that a little bit quicker. Fuck. I was like, really? We're back here? Really? Fuck me. Oh, I think just about everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody's saying, oh, look, Russell, here's your gold watch, baby. There you go. There you go. Thank you for coming. Thank you for going. That's what we were saying, mate. And you're like, oh, lovely. I'm like, really, Russell? I wish I could. Okay, here's a question. If me sucking his dick, right, would make him not right Doctor Who, what would I rather? To have never sucked Russell Davies on anybody's dick, or this Doctor Who. I want the Doctor Who. Sorry, not even close. I'm not even close. Not even close, right? I mean, look. I really don't want Russell Davies to write any more Doctor Who. Like, Russell, I certainly don't want him to run any. What happened there? What? I don't know how long I was on screen for. My eyes were closed. I was like, Russell, really? So I'm not sure if I'll cut off, right? But I was wondering if it's a choice of sucking Russell Davies's cock, right? And if I do that, he's not going to write this Doctor Who. Or he writes his Doctor Who. I think the Doctor Who's. I'm sorry. I love you, baby. I love I love Doctor Who, but I don't think I can suck Russell Davies's cock to avert this Doctor Who. I don't think I can do that, right? Listen, you got to be real with who you are, baby. You got to be real with who you are. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Fucking hell. Oh, it blew up my whole bloody show. You cunt, Russell. You can't. Oh, God. I do not mean that kindly, as Lita would say. So where should we start? We could do that. Ow. Now I have to consider. Are we going to go straight to it? No. I mean, I should do another thing before we get to the chat. Right? No, why don't we do that after? Oh, that's also what I want to do afterwards. Here, one second. You know what? Here, I'll tell you, I know what we'll start off. We'll start off with the season 13 unboxing, right? Because, this lovely little lady. All right, and let's see, I know exactly what we'll start with. Wait there. We'll get to season 13 in a second. So I was watching it last night. I see it here. I'll show you that it's here. I'm going to tease you. I'm going to tease you like a little bitch, baby. Yeah. You like that, don't you? You like that, yeah. Sniff it. You know you want it, baby. You know you want it. My very strange relationship with Doctor Who. So anyway. I was watching Pyramids of Mars, and oh fuck me, is that great? Oh fuck me, is Pyramids of Mars fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, I love Pyramids of Mars. I forgot how much I did love it. I love the Doctor's interplay with Scarman. It's just beautiful, the whole Marconi scope radio telescope thing. Oh, every performance is fantastic. It really just so delivered. It's so good. right? So I was thinking to myself, rather than having new effects put on things, and I do quite like that because I was watching the version with new effects, and again, I do quite like that. I always had this fantasy, right? I thought, so again, this is just last night. I was thinking this. I was thinking, look, the only way to really bring back Doctor Who at this point is to do a reboot, and I've said this over and over and over again, right? Is to do I think the damage has been too severe. Right, and I think do a subtle reboot, right? That is the way I would go, right? It'll be like an amnesiac Doctor doesn't really know much about himself. He knows things as the plot requires it, right? He's still Doctor, and it's basically the Doctor doing doctory shit, being like Doctor Who, right? Totally a bit more scary Matt Smith. Right, that kind of like David Melling, I think would be perfect. If I could cast that Doctor, yeah, he would be absolutely perfect. I'll pull him up. He played what's his name? Dudley in the Harry Potter movies, right? The fat David Melling, who is actually Patrick Troughton's grandson, and you can totally see. Let me pull up this picture. Is it David Melling or Mellings? Oh, that's not him. Who is this? What's his name? Patrick Troughton's actor grandson. David Mellings. Yes, it's David Mellings. Was this spelling it wrong? What's that now? Does size matter? Yes, baby. Oh, yeah. Although now there's not a good picture of him. Was that a good picture of him? I just missed it. Here we go. That was not bad. Copy image address. We go doink. Fine. We go share screen. That bloke, I would like the Doctor be. You're not sure if he's really insane. He's kind of like got a Joker-esque quality to him, right? But also, obviously, heroic, like the Doctor is, right? So I would do a reboot. Like he's kind of like an amnesiac Doctor. He knows how to use the TARDIS, but his origins are as much of a mystery to him as they are to anyone. And then at some point in the season, I would connect it to the main Doctor Who universe, which will be clearly defined as Hartnell to Capaldi, right? And then Capaldi, I'll do this whole thing. If I ever did an anniversary special, it'll be all the cool people you ever wanted to play the Doctor, like what's the name? Pierce Brosnan, and who else? I would say, what's his name? Hugh Grant. The people you always really wanted to see play the Doctor, right? The one night only ones, and they're all like these possible Doctors. I might throw Jodie in for a scene and have her say Ecky Thump, right? Actually, I would. And the thing is, like when the Doctor regenerated for one time too many with Capaldi, right? It shattered reality, and that's how you got these break off little universes, and it explains Shooty and that whole world, right? Essentially, but I wouldn't explain that till like 2 or 3 years down the line, right? There'll be like little hints, the connections to the original Doctor Who universe, but it essentially being Doctor Who doing Doctor Who stuff, and essentially being a reboot. So now I was thinking, if it's a reboot, you could add in. I would add in a season of like 10. I would add in 3 or 4 remakes, right? I know which sounds horrific to you, but I'm imagining them being done well and lovingly. Like they want to do it well. So I was thinking a remake of Pyramid Mars would be imperfect. It's scary, weird, sci-fi, and you basically don't even need to alter the script that much. You know, and I'm not saying wokeify or present day it. Just do it like that, right? But as a modern production, I think it will be terrifying, and people wouldn't be able to stop watching it, right? So in the first season, I would do like Pyramids of Mars, Tomb of the Cybermen. I'd love to do Tomb of the Cybermen. Would be awesome. Great way to introduce the Cybermen. I would love to do the Talons of Wen Chiang, but set it in like New York in the 70s in the subway system. That would be so cool. Like he's taking his companion to see Janis Joplin, right? Instead of going to, I just think that, and you get that 70s vibe, but you have that incredible story. I think that would really work, right? And I think it'll be new, and I think it'll be great. Yeah, and people would really dig it. So then I was thinking, well, how would you introduce the Daleks, right? And then I thought, oh, you know what? That would maybe mid-season or season finale, two-parter, a Dalek-occupied world, which the Doctor and companion is trapped in, right? And the and he knows the Daleks, but he doesn't really know what they are. But basically, at the end, he's fighting the Daleks in this like underground whatever, and is captured by them. But in the end, he meets like the Emperor Dalek or like the main Dalek, who like he turns, and his iris narrows, and he goes Doctor, like the Dalek knows who he is, right? And he's like giggles. I think that would be making it such a great menacing, villain. Like, and you already set the Daleks up in the two-parter of being like great. So I'm thinking, fuck me, I'm gonna have to write this myself because I have a lot. Do I have it here handy? Dr. Alex. Like, I've got a lot of respect for Dr. Alex for two reasons, right? One, he's a good writer, right? So this is a very oversized edition that he gave me very nicely. 1 second. Season 14. I really recommend this, right? He has it as a book on tape. He's got a bunch of books on tape, by the way. Right? I really recommend it, right? He basically wrote his alternate, to the Jodie seasons. And he got the character just right. He got the dialogue just right, the tone just right. And it was different, and it was original, and it was Doctor Who, and it wasn't like Moffat one, but it was a Capaldi Doctor, essentially. And he built up his own like mythos, and audio visuals did that. In the what was it? Audio visuals did that in the. By the way, if you just tuned in, I don't know if this is the new Doctor. I'm saying this is what I like as a Doctor, right? We'll do the chat, and then we'll go straight into the story, and I'll tell you exactly what I think is going on. I think I got it. Because I didn't see this one coming, folks. Because I'm shackled by logic and reason. I don't tell you. Anyway. Because so Dr. Alex wrote this thing called season 12, which was his own version of a Capaldi Doctor, right? And then he did a second season. So his first season was a very traditional Rusty Davies season. It was like 12 parts with two-parters or three-parters? I can't remember. Right, I think there's one. Then it was interesting. He went to like old Mondas, right, before the cyberization of the for a few thousand years or a few hundred years, and he's very good at world building. I just really liked it. Right, I thought it was like for me, it's much more legitimate Doctor Who than what they put on the screen. Right, so go to his channel. He has it as a book on tape. He has it as an AI book on tape with Peter Capaldi reading it, which is awesome. Right. So I'm thinking, I don't know. I like how to do this, right? Okay, and I'm thinking, like, what would be my... I love the way that the in Pyramids of Mars, that they Sarah Jane and the Doctor very nonchalantly, suavely, I was going to say as well, tell Professor Scarman they're time travelers, right? With a little, like, Sarah tells him and he doesn't believe her, and then the Doctor's like with a big toothy grin, right? It's such a great way of introducing the Doctor. You get all the exposition out right there. That'd be awesome. All right, and I think that's a really good jumping on point. Right? Oh, what do I have? A call coming in? Let's have a look. It's a cold call. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, can I press this button and it'll stop ringing? Let's see. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Oh, I think I did it. I didn't know I could do that. There's a little hang-up button. Look at that. I've had that phone for about 10, 15 years. I've always wondered what that button was. Anyway, I digress. So they say one of the big trends of next year is going to be homemade AI anime, right? Would I do that? It depends how versatile it is, because I don't think anime would really suit that. But here's my point. You know, and I was thinking, I was toying around like, okay, how would I reintroduce Doctor Who into the world, right? And I was thinking, there's no way you can go back to that world that you import. There's no way. It's never, ever, ever going to... Just last night, I was saying this. It's never going to happen, right? I was thinking to Dad, next time you're on Downstream, you ask him, right? I said, it's never going to happen. Never, ever, ever. I'm so wrong. Right. Something I'm like, how would I open this up? I don't know why. Right. I think I would like the companion to be from the future, like a soldier from a future war. Very, very sexy, obviously. But I was like, I like the Rossley Davis format, the pre-title sequence teaser. And that whole 45-minute format, I think, is very good. I think you should do more two-parters. A mistake they make for TV now is they write it so it's simple enough so you can watch it while you're looking on your phone. That's something else, right? I would not do that. I would resist that. I would actually do it so you can't do that. Like, engaging, engrossing television. That's what I would say. So, anyway, so it's never going to happen. There's no way. He can't come back. There's no way they can come back, Rossley Davis. No way. Impossible. Anyway, so they say that homemade anime, AI anime is going to be a big trend of next year. I don't know what there is, but anyway, so I was wondering how I would open it, and this is the tone. I'm not sure I would actually do this in the end, but imagine from looking from above, you have the Doctor and the companion falling through midair, and the camera's moving with them as they go through plate glass after plate glass after plate glass. The companion screaming like, like really high-pitched scream with him laughing maniacally, somewhat dangerously. Yeah, I like the idea of the Doctor being dangerous, right? And then they crash down into some goo for some reason, right? And I don't know why, I like them standing there in goo. I think that's funny, right? So they're standing there in goo, and the Doctor gets up and he's laughing hysterically, pointing at a companion who's covered in goo. So then she looks at the goo on her, looks at her and go, "What the right?" And go up right off the F and go, I think that's the tone I want. Just fun. Fun and ready for a laugh. Right? That's what. And because I said, there's no way. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. No way could Rossley Davis. Can they come back and continue from where? Like, there's no way. It's impossible. So there you go. Here's why I have legitimacy. I have to say, people are like, well, you're wrong with that. What? Because I have a very authoritative voice, okay? And I do. That's why people definitely in my local synagogue are scared about people. Are scared. Oh, that's it. I was quite impressed. Someone actually came and apologized to me the other day. I was like, well, let's get you more ballsy than anybody else in this room. I thanked him. Because I was genuinely impressed and surprised. Well, what was that? Doctor Who coming back, Rossley Davis. Oh, yeah. Why do I speak with authority when I have no idea what I'm talking about? And this is good advice for life, right? One time on the Letterman show, they had this Broadway musical thing. By the way, one of the Wang Chiang in the 70s in New York is brilliant. It is brilliant. I'm sorry. I love that idea. I'm really kind of addicted. I'm like, oh man, I'd love to see that. That'd be crazy. Sorry, I got distracted by myself being brilliant. It happens often, right? It happens often, right? That's why I find it hard to masturbate. I just get caught on like, wow, that was an incredible masturbatory fantasy, right? I'm really, I'm impressed you came up with, and I forget where I am because I'm too busy, admiring myself. Anyway, I digress. So I might well do that as a book. I don't know how I will produce it. Right, I really don't know. I think by the time Doctor Who comes back, there's going to be a lot more opportunities. Right, there's going to be a lot more opportunities out there. That's of like creative opportunities. I mean, look, AI is it's everywhere, baby. There's no getting away from it. Like I understand in like the fandom world or whatever, people are like, oh no, AI anime, no. The normal people don't give a shit. Like I listened to this study thing called Dafyomi, which is like this ancient, about 1800 years ago, complete body of Jewish law, right, with like stories and stuff in it. And if you do a page a day, it takes you 7.5 years, right? And the whole world does it. But this guy, he has, because he has so many people subscribe to him, he does an incredible job, right? It's a great. Honestly, this is actually kind of why I'm religious as well. They offer you a free book, right? Once you sign up, and of that particular, Talmud, that you're working from, right? And then I'm like, $30-$40. I'm like, yeah, okay. And you got to, in exchange, you got to listen online to the class for those pages, those 30 pages or however long the book is. Right, I'm like, yeah, I do it anyway. Right, I don't, no problem. And I thought that'll be it. I'll just do my responsibility. And I ended up really liking it. I mean, he's really good. Anyway, he uses AI. Although he has a whole team using AI to make these like cartoon-like situations that like illustrate points from this in a comedic way. And they're very good. Like he really knows what he's doing with this stuff. So normies don't give a shit. Like you can clutch your pearls as much as you like. Like normies don't give a shit, and executive are normies. Anyway, there's going to be a lot more opportunities. By the time Doctor Who comes back, like I can do this now, right? This is insane. I mean, look. How can I? This is crazy. I would normally have to hire a model, do a whole photo shoot, a setup, and like this will cost minimally $5,000. Like minimally. Look at it. It's crazy. Oh, the Haunting Horror of Doctor Who. That's called Russell T Davies. He's back. Who is happy about this? I don't know. Who is happy about this? Okay, let's pull all this up. Is it just crazy? Why would you do this? Like, why would you do this, Ross? Ay, caramba. My mind still just is reeling at the reality of this. BBC confirms future Doctor Who and a new Christmas special. Okay. Well, we all knew it was continuing. I mean, that is continuing with I told you Christmas special 2026. Right? I'm on record saying over and over again. Did not expect it with Rusty Davies. Right? Did not expect it with RTD. I thought they would have a new streaming partner who would be insisting on a new direction. My theory is this, and I think listen, I don't know if it's right, but it certainly fits all the facts. Right? Is that getting rid of Rusty Davies is a deal breaker for Bad Wolf and the BBC to a certain extent. But certainly Bad Wolf. And Bad Wolf have a very controlling interest in Doctor Who. And we just thought, they'll get over it. Right? And I think the streaming partners are like, yeah, that was an epic failure. Right? That was an epic failure. Why would we come on and we'll do more of that? Oh, by the way, everything we did on Disney, we can't reference ever again. Like, why would it? But for them, and we just thought that BBC would cave, because the reality was you wasn't going to get anybody to sign on in the current direction it was going on, and it looks like they haven't, because they certainly haven't announced it, have they? This certainly seems like an in-house produced special, right? So here's my theory: this is a pilot, not a pilot. This is a showcase to prospective streaming partners on the wonders that Doctor Who could be, right? This is their last swing, right? And they've just got to get people to watch it, right? That's it. And then they can say, look what we get. You can sign on to this. It's basically, this is a floor sample, right? And it's got to perform well. Right, it's got to perform well and not have the piss taken out of it relentlessly for being absolutely shit. Now, it's going to have the piss taken out of it being absolutely shit because it's Russell T Davies, and he can't control himself. But remember the delusion they were in 2 years ago when Shooting Gatwa aired, and they thought everybody would love him. They believed it with every fiber of their being. And they really did believe it, didn't they? Yeah. But honestly, I thought Russell was definitely done with this. With his announcement that he's leaving he's not doing the Doctor Who column anymore, right? I know, but again, my theory is that this is a very recent development that. It's a one-off special to show you what you could partner with the BBC with, right? And you'll get the analytics of it. So it's got to perform well, right? They're going to throw everything they can at it. But keep in mind, it's going to have to be a lot cheaper than normal, right? Also, who's going to be the Doctor? My guess is it's got to be David Tennant and Billy Piper. Right, it's got to be David Tennant, Billy Piper, right? Dr. Alex says yes, but there's no extra spy. I was speaking very positively of season 12, 13, 14 just now, right? Yeah, I mean there is that to be grateful for, but they finally announced that Disney's down, but we all know the fears. Anyway, because I just don't think they can get anybody to buy into Russell T Davies' Doctor Who. Quite reasonably, it's performed very, very poorly. I mean, it's not that I simply disliked it, and I did dislike it, right? I thought it wasn't anywhere close to being Doctor Who, right? It performed very poorly. That's the bottom line. So I think it's got to be David Tennant and Billy Piper. Billy Piper will run around for a few minutes. That is why this console's still up in Cardiff. I was wondering why. Going to run around and press a few buttons, and then poof, she'll bi-generate into David Tennant, right? And I don't know what they'll do. They'll have an adventure, right? It'll probably be queer. But that's what's going to happen, right? I think Russell T Davies out is a deal breaker for Bad Wolf, right? And I don't think they can get anybody to sign on. But let's read this. I mean, it's really surprising. I'm sure. I guess they didn't know either. I think when Russell T Davies hung up his column at Doctor Who magazine, he didn't know this was gonna happen either, right? He thought they were gonna come to they would come to a different as a streaming partner with the new production team, right? And that they couldn't come to a deal without him, right? Or with him, I should say. I can see the BBC being able to afford a one-off special, right? And it might be specials for a little bit. They might just do Christmas specials. Who knows? Who knows where it goes from here? Anyway, let's read this. Today, BBC announced that Doctor Who will be back on our screens at Christmas 2026, which sucks for me, by the way. That's Friday, That means I won't be reviewing it till Saturday night. With a special episode written by Rossi Davies. Still, every time I read it, I go, what the fuck? Really? Really? With Disney Plus confirming they will not be partnering the next season of the sci-fi show. Oh, what a shock. I thought they were still making their mind up. BBC remain fully committed to the show and will announce plans for the next series in due course to ensure the Doctor's adventures continue. Yeah, I don't think they can. I mean, unless they get a stream, I don't think they can afford to make the show they want to make. Without, but I don't know. Look, maybe this might be great Doctor Who. It's all like very low budget and like intense horror. I think that'd be great. Who knows? Announced plans for next in due course. Lindsay Thorpe, director of BBC of drama, BBC said, "We'd like to thank Disney Plus for being a terrific global partner and collaborator over the last 2 years, and for the upcoming war between the land and the sea. The BBC remains, I think, but there's been a rumor flying around that that's going to air in December in the UK, and Disney is going to stream it in May or April or something, right? Where so this would tie into that, maybe, this announcement. Anyway, War Between the Sea and the BBC remains fully global, committed to Doctor Who, which continues to be one of our most loved dramas. It was, yes, you're right. And like Rossi Davies has agreed to write another spectacular Christmas special for 2026. We can assure fans the Doctor is not going anywhere. Look, we haven't seen the Doctor since 2017, except on Blu-rays. And we will be announcing plans for the next series in due course, which will ensure the TARDIS remains at the heart of the BBC. Do you see this a series in? It's possible you get a series in 2026. If you get streaming partners, yeah, I mean, it's possible. In 2027, it is possible. I don't know. It will be produced by Bad Wolf with BBC Studios for BBC. Exactly. Right. I don't think anyone's happy about this. What could he possibly do at this point? Let's see what the reaction is on X. I'm really kind of intrigued. It staggers the mind. Like why? Well, as I go to BBC. BBC Doctor Who. Yeah, share screen. Wait a minute. Let's see what how he will reply. If Rossi Davies stays well clear of any involvement, it might just have a chance. Suddenly shoot his Disney Doctor splitting off from the proper one makes sense, a lot of sense. Resigned to copyright purgatory for the rest of eternity. That does seem to be the case. If it was the only thing BBC got right with the whole thing. Although Star Whovian, what's he going to say? We are delighted to Rossi has agreed to write another spectacular special for 2026. And on top, there's a fact that there are no quotes about him. This news either. I think it's pretty to say he's pretty much gone. I was wondering that. Did he just? Was that his last job? Writing this special? I don't know. Dodgers Travel says, guess the BBC would have him writing the special. I just knew it. He basically got Billy into writing confusion. There won't make any difference. This is just going to be received awfully. All right. As the writing is below par and the rating will be the same, not a great decision. It's a decision that like a TV executive, a BBC will make. Russell Davis has agreed. No, thank you. Bring Prime Doctor back. Oh, you're so right. Doctor when he was Doctor Who. Man, this was a great maybe. 1 second. How long is this? Maybe we should have a look at this. You've intrigued me, whoever you are. Don't see any Jodie either, which makes me very happy. Let's have a look. Dyke.
He lives on a cloud in the sky. He can keep the whole world safe.
I can feel it.
He is everything.
The turn of the earth.
The Time Lord has such adventures, but he could never have a life like that.
I'm not a hero.
Because he's lonely.
That's who I am.
You looked inside me and you saw hatred.
This is just beautiful, isn't it? Wow.
I never would. That's no victory. I really am just a madman in a box.
To the man without a home.
My entire planet died. My whole family.
Time Lord is so much more. A sum of knowledge, a code, a shared history, a shared suffering.
The lonely god.
900 years.
4.5 billion years.
Yeah, well, this is classic Who.
In the end, you just get tired. Tired of the struggle. Tired of losing everyone who matters to you.
Cheer up, bloody hell.
Tired of watching everything turn to dust. But I can remember Clara. I can remember it all.
I said I'd protect her.
I brought her here. Look what they did. Kill me.
I've got to do this. I've got to end it.
Baby! I did worse things than you could ever imagine. And when I close my eyes...
You're ashamed.
And you'll still be gone. No. Help me. I can do it.
I'm looking forward. If it was more classic, I would have stayed with you. It can't just be.
Don't tell them no.
It just can't be all New Who. What console was that just now? It's very nice.
To finish off, I'm going to wipe every last...
That's fine, but as they say. But again, who's going to play the Doctor? Again, Mike, it's got to be either a huge name star or Billy Piper and David Tennant. Like a A-list movie star or David, Tom Cruise or to Billy Piper and David Tennant. It's got to be. Again, my belief is this is a showcase to get a streaming partner, right? Okay. I mean, how's it going to work? The evil's been defeated. Disney wasn't the problem, mate. More than 8 episodes a season, please. And a lower budget, right? Make it less fantasy, more sci-fi. The Doctor should be discovering crisis at the outset of the universe, and a companion who isn't from the 21st century would also help. Actually, they're all pretty good advice, I think. Won't be able to see it globally. Of course, you see it globally. We'll work it out. They'll work it out. Oh, fuck. Oh, bring back. No. Can you just pause it for 5 years? Take time off, get your buzz adjusted, come back strong. He's right. He's absolutely right. That's what everybody said. Hey, I look. No, here's the thing. Disney probably doesn't want to do it because Disney's going hard anti-woke, right? I mean, they're really going hard anti-woke. Really, I mean, like again, if Jodie's happy, it's bad news for all of us. Oh, I tell you. Anyway, so Doctor's coming back. Fuck me! Why? Why are you doing this to us? Why? I guess I'll tell you the show will be kind of packed with that. Anyway, but look, the point is this. I keep saying it, you don't believe it. We're going to be making our own Doctor Who. Right? By the time this comes out, and the world's going to be so bloody different. I mean, like, either America and England are both heading towards civil wars. Frankly, either things resolve or they explode. And they will have exploded by then. I mean, like, you know, like things are going to get crazy. Star Wars talked about there being an £85 fine every time you don't use your digital ID. I mean, like, really? I don't know. Anyway, look, we're going to be... and there's some very, very good examples here that... firstly, somebody posted this. This is just, again, a perfect use of AI, if you don't mind me saying so. Their mood they put on Twitter when they heard this. Yeah, that's what we could be looking for. All right. But there's there's very good news, right? There's very good news. Firstly, the new effects on the Terror of the Autons, well, not Terror of the Autons, Terror of the Zygons was awful. So Midjourney Doctor has been making his own, and they are, oh god, so good, right? So good.
Descending now. Complete touchdown procedure.
This is what I mean by all special effects are going to be done with AI very, like, now. That's just incredible. I mean, like, it's insane to think people won't use AI to do effects work, right? This is obviously the way people are going to do effects. And again, look beautiful. This one, which I thought was lovely. What I'm really looking for, oh man, look at that shot. Oh, fuck me, that's incredible. With Tom Scarflow, but that's incredible. Oh, that's here. Let's wind that back a little bit. When fan films start getting to use, it's like it's wild. So yeah, effects is definitely going to be done with AI from now on. We're so close. We're so close to making our own.
Was that bang big enough for you, Brigadier?
I bet Tom's used that line more than once. And the Scarison. Now, the Scarison was this here, the bit where Tom throws the control unit in the Scarison's mouth. Scarison has always been a real disappointment. They redid the effects, and they were still bad. In fact, they were actually worse in some ways. Like, at the point where Tom throws the control thing in the Scarison mouth, his mouth pointing the wrong way. Like, I don't know why, like why. So that's always been something that's really bothered me. His solution is very surprising, but I think it works, right? Doink. Yeah, I mean, putting these little new effects in, I think really helps it.
Must have gone this way.
Well, let's hope so.
It's huge. Where's the signal device?
The just chewing it.
I hope Liz Layden says that when she's having a sexy time with her spouse. Especially like that.
It's going back under the surface.
He'll go home now he's eaten the device.
Home.
Loch Ness, Harry.
I think just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. And there's more like gorgeous stuff going on. So there's what's his name? Dino Puff, right? Dino Puff. His work is beautiful. Let me share screen. He's done. Let's see if he's got any samples on his twats. Hang on. Is there a video tab here? Media. He did the Celestial Toy Maker, and boy, did it look good! Holy crap, was that beautiful! He did this other thing with Stephen Noonan's Doctor Who. See, I love the look of this, right? Man, if I had the money, I would just pay him to make Doctor Who. I'll make any production with it, and like that, he can do this at home on his own in his spare time, right? Means. I bet I could make a really pucker Doctor Who movie for under $1 million, like without blinking. Probably could do a season. Like imagine, like this guy gets $100,000, paid $100,000 for like whatever it is, 2 months' work, or like he'll be like his head will be spinning. I love it. He should be paid what he's worth. Another Paul McGann one. I think his hair needs to be a bit, freer. All right. So here was it. So so he's like doing renders. You can actually grab the Blender models. He does them in. So he's really experimenting with new stuff. And again, it's fanfic. This is a fanfic budget now. Like an animated feature like this. This is a fanfic budget now. Right? Fans can put this together by themselves. It's cool. Right? I mean, man, would you love to see Doctor Who like this? I would. I mean, like, I would again. I wouldn't mind. This is cool. I would like to see a remake of the, Two of the Cybermen, which I think would be awesome. Oh, that would be awesome. So, I think. Well, I was kicked in the balls by this news, and I was kicked in the balls by this news. Right? I will not sugarcoat that. As Dr. Egg says, it's not till 2026. That's absolutely correct. I just an idea. Just repeat the 5 Doctors at Christmas and see how well it does compared to the reason. I bet it does better. In fact, okay, you know what? Revamp it. Like, make it widescreen. Make all the Gallifrey scenes like match Gallifrey in the current day. Like, make them all orange skies and stuff like that in the Phantom Zone. Right? New effects. Look, the obelisk was good. I know it said in the book, but make the pyramid. We want the pyramid. Right? I bet that would do well. I bet Survival would do well. Right? As a with new effects edited into and like an hour special. Man, I can't wait till Cunning Money gets those. Anyway. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.